You have to think of your computer as this is your office. So when you open this up, you're opening your office up. So if I want to go to a file, I can go to the lab file, I can go to the patient's file. You know, I can go to anything I want here and I can do it just like that. I don't have to say to the nurse, would you go get so-and-so's file? And so she brings it and I got to search through that thing. Taking this thing into the room, it's like taking the whole office with me and walking into the room. When I order a new medicine for a patient, my computer checks that medicine if it's compatible with the other medicines they're on. I don't have to do that. It checks it. I mean, it gives it to me in red, white, and green colors, you know. If it's all green, they can take it. Others just say, you know, better be cautious with this. One of the things the nurses like about it is that when I write out a prescription, they can read it because it's printed out. And that's an advantage. You don't get near the mistakes. When it goes to the pharmacist, he can tell that what I've got there, it isn't. Well, I wonder what he's got there. You know, I think every pharmacy within at least 100 miles, probably within 200 miles, is in my computer. Their phone number and their fax number. So a patient comes to me and said, well, I'm just visiting here. I'm from over Springfield. I said, well, what pharmacy do you want? So I said, well, I'll just fax it to them. They can't believe that. You know, so those are little things that you really like after you get into the thing. Another thing that's really, I forgot about this, a real advantage. The patient's sitting there in my room, and I've got their lab work, or I've got an x-ray report, and they'll say, man, I'd sure like to have a copy of that. And I say, oh, you really would? Hit the printer. Pretty soon the nurse comes in and hands them their copy. And they say, you got that already? I says, yeah, right there it is. You know, now to me that's service. And medicine is a service. I don't type, but on this thing you don't have to type much. If you can get the first 3 letters of a patient's last name and the first 3 letters of their first name, it will tell you who the patient is. That's what the computer will do for you. And, you know, I get a phone call. There's another place that's so good. The chat call says, so-and-so patient is on the phone, needs to talk to you. I said, well, just give me a minute. And I go, link, and their chart's right open to me. So my phone call is so much easier to take the phone calls from patients. It's easier to get out of here at 5 o'clock so everybody can go home and be with their families. I think that within a month, I felt very comfortable with it. And I would tell them, you know, if that's the reason you're going to, if you like practicing medicine, you just have to get into your head that I'm just going to roll the clock back to when I was a student and I didn't know nothing, and so I'm going to learn. And we never get too old to learn, you know. Of course, it makes it nice when you have people around you that are patient with you as you're learning. And we got, you know, I don't hesitate to ask my nurses, you know, I can't find this. And they're better at it than I am, to be honest with you. I don't mess with computers at home. My wife, she puts pictures on it and sends them to the grandkids and sends them to our kids. I don't mess with it. So I didn't figure that I would ever take to this thing. But again, I wouldn't be without it now. You know, you got to try it, and if you give it a fair chance, I don't think you would ever go back to paper again.